you capping, talking sauce, and do your words match your video? Well, hello, who's next? Can't nobody stop us cause we bucked and prime. Well, hello, who's next? Can't nobody stop us cause we bucked and prime. Well, hello, who's next? Are you capping, talking sauce, and do your words match your video? Well, hello, who's next? Can't nobody stop us cause we bucked and prime.
Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your guys, Buffed and Prime, CT, T-Cal, early morning grind. What's good?
Yeah, early morning, the first YouTube morning live. Now, we done did a lot in Patreon, a lot of Patreon lives in the morning, Portal Watch in the morning. Sometimes it'd be really early in the morning.
Yeah.
Like 6 a.m. Eastern, we get on and we just start watching ball, talking Colorado, get into it. So yeah, y'all do want that. Make sure that you tap into our Patreon. That's where you get the exclusive content, exclusive access to everything we do, private lives, private watch parties all through the season. We just did one for the national championship. We're going to have some for the college or for the NFL playoffs. We got the betting tiers. We have players on live where we do live interviews with them there where you can ask questions. Then we roll it over to YouTube. We got a Colorado player this weekend, Tawfiq Byard, is coming on our show. We're going to do a private film breakdown with him, and that's going to hit YouTube. The private chats, just a ton of great stuff, man. And we appreciate our Patreon family, all the support we get in there. And yeah, go ahead, hit that like button on your way in.
Yeah.
We back. It's 2025. We on YouTube. We rolling. So make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. We're going to talk about the defense today, man. We're going to talk about the defense.
What's good, Kev? Salute. Been stuck at Monday. Man, where you at, bro?
What's going on, man? Hold on. Hold on.
I think I'm not live again.
You at work, right? You know I'm waiting on that fade. He got Troy in the Dynasty. I'm my Texas State. We play this week. Up early, man. Up early.
Good, Jay.
Our Patreon members, man. We it's YouTube. We on YouTube, man. Yes, sir. What's up?
What's good, Nicholas? Houston, man. What kind of snow y'all got, bro? Crazy.
Yeah. Shocker. All right, man. What we got, CT, man? We're gonna talk some Colorado defense today, which you know is my favorite side of the football.
Yeah, we got some courses to get through. Chat, chime in. We're gonna start. We're gonna get rolling. First question of the day: just how good was the 2024 defense? Coaching, players, just overall, you know. And this question I wanted to put out there because I did not have the defense. Remember, I was video. Hey, the offense is gonna do all the work. So I'm like, just how good is this defense really gonna be fully appreciated with what we saw?
Yeah, man, I think the defense was fantastic. And like you've talked about that was the best running backs in the conference, like by far. The Big 12 conference dominated running backs. So you had tough challenges every single week. Now, the quarterbacks weren't as good in the Big 12 as some other conference. I wouldn't say that they're significantly worse either, but the running backs, you know, that presented an entire different threat. We saw that with Kansas. We saw the ability to be able to run the ball, to control the clock, how it can limit the opportunities that an offense can get. I think if I had to give them a grade, I think I'd give them an A-. Yeah, I give the defense A-. Super exceeded my expectations.
Right.
Did not expect the defense to be as good as it was. We knew that they had talent individually. We obviously broke down every player's film that came to the transfer portal, every player's film from Colorado the year before. So we knew what everybody was individually. We broke down Robert Livingston's film individually, but we didn't know what they would be as a collective. So being able to see what they would be as a collective, I think they played fantastic. How about you?
Man, I give it a solid A, and it wasn't recently. I wrote this question because it was something you said maybe like a week ago, and you were like, how did you see the players grow as the season went? And that tells you about coaching. And I said, boy, and we was watching the Kyle Hill Green get these interceptions. I was like, Man, look, I mean, wow. He was snagging him out the air. Do you see
Yeah.
Cam coming down in the box? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, Cam's having an amazing season. Like, I was like, okay, I can see it. Like, the players in the defense just kept getting better and better and better. And we saw Keaton Wade come in towards the end of the season. Like, man, we'd been doing this all season. You know, he was injured, obviously, but but it goes back to the coaching. And I was like, okay, because I could obviously see these players get better and better as this
Mhm.
goes on. And I'm like, did we really take time out to appreciate what we saw in this defense? Like that linebacking court. Remember the linebackers? I was like, oh, we're done. We're done.
Everybody was worried about linebackers going into
Now
2020.
we get I feel like we had the best linebacker combination in the nation and going against the top running backs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Giddens, RJ Hart, like, you know, week after week you line it up. And I it's like, man, I feel like I want the defense to make sure they get their flowers. I mean, it was, bro, like I had the defense and I said the offense was gonna carry the team, the offense this, and then all of a sudden this defense turned out to be like just high level. And a lot of that, I feel like also is like some of those games where the offense wasn't helping the defense out, and the defense kept being on the field, and you're like, hey, if you guys can just sustain the drive, you know, the defense could be able to put something together. So uh I have to give him an A, bro. I just from the North Dakota State game, because even when like we lost to Nebraska, but man, the defense, I went back, I was like, wait, the
Played
defense
well.
is there.
They played well.
You know, so I mean, I have to give him an A. I think the defense blew off my expectations. Just fantastic.
I agree as well. We got Nicholas said B plus, still couldn't stop running quarterbacks or dynamic backs. Who are the running quarterbacks that they
That they
faced?
didn't stop. I mean, Avery Johnson, they faced
I don't think Avery Johnson did much.
yeah, I was in there like, I mean, the big dude from UCF. I don't remember him
And
getting much. North Dakota State.
he got a lot of that at the end. He had like that
Mhm.
30 yarder, but we did struggle with a quarterback draw. Had to empty that game.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, Avery Johnson had negative rushing yards.
so I don't, I guess, because I was sitting there like, I don't even know if Kansas quarterback got too much on us.
That's a good one. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Because I remember, you know, besides North Dakota State, I really don't remember us struggling that bad with rushing quarterbacks.
Jalen ran a good bit. He had 70 yards, but I don't think he was the issue that game.
No, not at all.
I don't think he was the issue.
Not at all. Yeah.
Where I fought Rob Livingston was when they got dominated, which was rare, like against Kansas. They had no answer. Yeah, we need to take another rewatch of that game defensively versus Kansas. I want to see more about what happened in that game. I know we kind of skated past that. We were ready to be done. But, yeah, I think we need to take another watch at that, which we obviously will. We're going to do that for every game. Or when they had the lead against Kansas State, they couldn't hold. I wasn't mad with what happened Kansas State, me personally. I agreed with all the play calls that we had.
Yeah, the Kansas State. I mean, at the same time, you say they can't hold, but the offense got the ball back. What's 2.5, 3 minutes left? That's plenty of time to cook.
Saying A would have been an A plus if wouldn't have to be on the field as much. That makes sense as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Baylor's quarterback. I don't remember him.
I thought Daquan was hurt, and
no, it wasn't Daquan Finn. It was Sawyer.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think Daquan Finn ended up playing much after he got hurt. Let's see. Baylor game. You can pull up some more comments while I'm looking this up.
I'm sitting there thinking like, wait, no. Oh, there we go. Come on.
All right, I'll pull something up. So
my mouse is like,
but yeah, we'll check that out later. Kev, appreciate you. Appreciate the super chat. A- only because of Kansas and BYU game. BYU, we got to watch that again. That just got out of hand. I think the offense affected the defense some for that as well. Feel like offense put defense. That's what I was saying. Total opposite the year before. Quarterback drawing wheel routes. Yeah, the wheel routes. They were. I got a whole compilation coming of
The
just
wheel routes was brutal. I'll give him that. The wheel routes was it was brutal.
Rev, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, Baylor quarterback.
Guys that didn't get their fair shine potentially. What did Baylor's quarterback do?
Yeah, 9 carries for 82 yards, but he had 1 carry for 45 yards. So then the other 8 carries.
I remember that one.
Yeah. So,
I remember. I think Cam missed that tackle on that one. Let's see. Appreciate the super chat. I don't hold Kansas against Livingston. We missed probably 30 tackles at or behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah, we'll definitely have to watch that again. Definitely have to watch that again. White plain shirt. Who dresses you? Me. No, it's not you, Mom. It depends on the next one goes.
Right.
It depends on the next one goes. I don't people just being. I be jumping.
That's wild.
All right, what's the next one?
All right. Which players will be the hardest to replace from this 2024 defense?
Man. Ooh.
Because they got to get replaced.
Nikhil Green. We'll start there. Shadozi. Cam Silman-Craig. Those are 3. Obviously, Travis is extremely hard to replace. However, we were able to see the defense at times without him, and the boys can still cover. So,
right.
Yeah, I think we're good there.
What about you? I have to agree with you. I think the bully on the line, man, just because I go from the year before the bully to the year we had the bully, and now we're going after the bully. So that's going to be hard to replace because I seen what he was able to do to eat up the double teams in the blocks with John's linebackers flow, get to their spots. The linebackers. Man, like I said, I feel like we had the best linebacker combo in the nation. We lost both of them. So I just think the linebackers is whole. And I do think the safeties. I think just that experience, even when Shiloh got hurt, there was a difference, like how you were saying, like, hey, he be gone. Like you look at the quarterback, oh, I see you thought I'm gone. Like there were certain things we missed. Like, and so I just think like with the safeties and the linebackers, the back half, I definitely think I think those players would definitely be mine for ones for me.
Yeah, I can't disagree with those. Let's see what the chat has. Got NHG, Cam, Travis Hunter, Law Firm, Chidozie.
Yep.
Travis, Bentley would be tough. Chidozie, Cam, NHG, Block Bully, NHG, Cam and Travis, NHG, Bentley, NHG. I think Cam, from a leadership standpoint, everyone always said he was the heartbeat of the defense, and I seen that, and I can agree with that as well. I think that's something that
who's going to step up?
Doesn't show up on a stat sheet.
Right.
Something that you don't realize from the outside looking in. Obviously, we have well off, so we're able to see more of the intricacies of what's going on in the day-to-day. But yeah, I agree with that. All right. What we got next?
We got the return of Preston Hodge. How much does this matter? Preston coming back.
So I've been on record. I did not want him to come back. I wanted him to be in the NFL, and I wanted him getting paid. I saw somewhere where people on Twitter were saying he had an undrafted grade. No.
Facts.
Just no. People on Twitter said that Kobe Bryant and Takario Davis are way better than him. Just say no to the recreational drugs, please. Preston Hodge is coming back is huge. So Robert Livingston came out and said he didn't have a scheme. He's going to base it off his players. So that brings the question up: will the scheme have to change depending on, because it's a new defense?
Correct.
Preston Hodge, there's a reason that at least man coverage wise in the secondary, it can stay the same. playing man coverage in the slot is one of the hardest things you can do in football. And a lot of times the slot receivers teams have, that's going to be their shiftiest receivers, and a lot of times their fastest receivers. So if you have mismatches in the slot, or you have someone in the slot that cannot play man coverage, it completely disrupts your defense, what you're able to do as a defense. Along with that, Preston Hodge was really good, is really good, fitting in the run.
Yes.
Like, he fits in the run as a safety. He got better throughout the year. That's the point of a nickelback, a star, is you want someone who can cover like a corner, but play like a safety.
Mm-hmm.
Because what a nickelback is, so that's 5 defensive backs on the film. You're removing your Sam linebacker, which is your strong side linebacker, and you're putting a defensive back in. So if you're removing a linebacker, that means that whoever's out there is going to have to play the run. Like I said, all offseason, I said, remember when they said Travis was going to be the starting nickel?
Yeah.
There's no chance that happens. Zero. Yeah. Negative. Who says it? It's not happening. Because you have to be so involved in run fits and taking out run blocks. And you don't want to risk, one, someone of Travis's caliber, who's really a corner, but also someone with his build, a lankier build, being that guy that has to be there in the run fits. So I think Preston Hodge, there's no one in the portal even close to his talent level. So being able to retain him, I mean, it's not a portal win because it was between the NFL and coming back, but man, it feels like a portal win being able to get him back for another year.
Right. No, I agree with you. And I go back to, like I said before, when Preston went out, the defense changed. And when I mean defense, I mean just the scheme. We left man, and we didn't leave man completely, but boy, we got to zone real quick. And to me, that's the biggest statement about how significant it is for Preston Hodge to come back. And we was able to see that the Preston, Colton, DJ, we actually got to see that. So I'm excited to have Preston Hodge back. Now, you had his injury. Like, what kind of timeline do you think? What do you expect?
I don't know what his injury was specifically. It looked like he was already practicing before the bowl game. I'm glad he didn't play in the bowl game.
Yeah, because people could say he was gonna play the bowl game. I was like, what?
Yeah, people were acting like we were crazy, saying, "Who said Preston's out?" I said he hasn't played until then. We are not insiders. We're waiting to see if he plays. So that's really what it came down to. But I'm assuming he'll be healthy this spring and be able to move forward from there. Let's see. Preston allows them to still have an elite secondary. Absolutely.
Facts.
Need experienced players. Now, I don't think you need experienced players under Livingston's system. Like, the system's simple. Like, it's not complex at all. Like, it's man coverage. They're gonna run some cover 2. I don't think I saw them run barely, if any, cover 4, maybe very limited cover 4. You're going to do different things off of man. So system-wise, I mean, you can plug and play anybody, which is a benefit of that. It's not the Saban tree, where the Saban defense, it's hard to get a senior transfer from a different school in and have them be elite in that defense with 1 year. So, I think they'll be fine there. Every game, man. Literally every game. Kansas State included. Like, man. Anyways, I think is Cincy the one when the interception got called back? That was a crazy one.
Oh yeah, yep.
So he did the perfect slingshot when it
yeah, he got it. They got him. Yeah.
What round realistically would Hodge go if he declared or drafted at all? The 1,000,000% getting drafted. Could see you have paid him. I'm not into the NIL stuff and all that. Now, realistically, again, it depends on the general managers and how they view guys. So there's a few factors that go into it. I think Preston's probably 5'11".
Yeah. 5'11", yeah, because Oregon.
Yeah, said he was too short. Yeah, so Preston's about 5'11". I'm looking at my comp for him. Yeah. I see him looking the same as Trent McDuffie, who's on the Chiefs. exact same size. Trent McDuffie was 5'11", 193. Actually has shorter arms too. Ran 4.44, which I expect Preston to run that, if not faster. He went first round.
Mhm.
Now, the injury shouldn't affect anything. Talent-wise, like I can show you film for film with McDuffie in college and Preston, and I can show you that he's a first-round talent, like not arguable.
Yeah.
I think he maybe could have slipped to the third, just depending. NFL, they don't know what they're looking at. You just saw it today. There's so many people that are raving about Kobe Bryant. Like they don't understand. They don't know what they're looking at. So that'd be the biggest issue.
And I think as a nickel cornerback and how good he plays the run fit, I think I'd be surprised if he wouldn't pass the third. I really would be surprised.
Shouldn't. Yeah, and I'm not really a comp guy. I don't do a lot of comps, but that's one that I think fits very well. Very well. All right, what we got next?
Speaking of the secondary, is the cornerback trio of Hodge, Hood, and McKinney the strongest unit on the defense?
I'd say that, and then the edge rushers. We got on the edge. We got Arden Walker, Tajay McCoy, Sam Okunlola,
and Keaton Wade.
London Merritt coming in. I think that can be really strong. I think those two are going to compete right now. New safeties, new linebackers, new interior defensive line. So yeah, I'd say the edges and the corners right now for me are that's the strongest unit.
And the pass rush and the corners, they go hand in hand. The better the pass rush, the better the corners could be. The better the corners could be, the better the pass rush. So I think that's great. I think that's a
mutually beneficial. Absolutely.
Right. I think that's great. I do. And I like the fact that we saw this trio work. I do. I think the secondary, I wouldn't say, I think the corners at least. And I do think you're right, though. I do think we probably need another cornerback coming. I do think we need another corner. When I look at it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I do think we need another corner coming in. But
I mean, I feel great with 3-6 Mafia and 30. I'll be getting their names mixed up. One of them, Braden Keith.
Yeah.
Me, from what I've seen,
you got it. You got it right.
You good. So yeah, we'll see how that ends up playing out. But yeah, I like the corners for sure.
I agree with you on that. Can the 2025 defense outperform its impressive 2024 predecessor?
I'll let you take that first, and then
it's early. This is a way early question. Obviously, we haven't been through the spring, we haven't been through the fall yet. But I do think it's a possibility. It just Preston Hodge coming back helps a lot. Like I think that helps a lot. Having Colton Hood, DJ, having that experience at cornerbacks and bringing, like you just brought out, the defensive end. It depends on how the interior D line looks, and then the safety, and who is the leader of the defense. Who's gonna step up? Who's gonna be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's a lot of questions, but coaching wise, I'm okay with this question because I feel like, Rob Livingston, let's see what you're gonna do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's see you coach up. Let's see what the team looks like. Is there a possibility? Yes, but it's a climb. It's a climb because 2024 was really good. That's what I would say. So it's a possibility. Yes.
Yeah. Possibility. Yeah. I'm not sold on it outperforming last year. Now, there's still a lot of movement that can happen. Guys like Nakai Hill-Green, I don't think he came to the spring transfer portal. Because when you look at it, I'm not sold interior wise, defensive tackles right now. Chidozi's a huge loss. I liked Gabriel Lightfoot when we watched him. He made our bimp transfer list rankings for defensive tackles. I need to watch some more of them though. We just watched quickly the games we had available, but we have all the games, so I want to watch some more of him. But losing Shadozi is monumental. Now, linebackers, lost of Nakai Hill-Green, huge fan of Reginald Hughes. Huge fan of Reginald Hughes. I think he has the potential to be much better than what he's already shown with the coaching. So I'm very much looking forward to their super athletic linebacker. Outside of that, Bentley that's gonna be hard to replace. Now we got JB's coming back. We got who else?
Artavius. Oh, you mean coming back? You got Wester.
Yeah, Jalen Wester. Okay, Jalen Wester. You know we love Jalen Wester on tape. Love.
Yeah.
And then we have another transfer in French. That's the position group that I'm probably one of them that I'm iffy about as far as it's going to be you asking a lot for them to outperform
Bentley and Hill-Green. Right.
Oh yeah, man, you're asking.
Bentley was everywhere, on the line, off the line.
Yeah. Then we got Tawfiq Byard. Watched him versus Miami and Alabama. I don't think they used him the right way, but I saw what I needed to see. He made our BIP list. Things that I want to see him coached on and improve on. He has it. He was a sophomore this season, so should be a junior this season. Again, it's going to be hard to match what Cam Summer-Craig did year one. And then whoever the free safety is, meaning the deep safety, the Shiloh's position, who's going to be able to step in and do what Shiloh did. Because we'll do a breakdown. Shiloh he played some really, really good football.
Right.
And free safeties, they get overlooked. Because when you're really doing your job at free safety, it's quieter.
Right. Facts.
Quieter.
Yeah.
Unless you're just a crazy ball hawk just snatching interceptions. You really doing your job, it gets quieter. So those are the positions where I'm going to have to see a lot to be able to say, okay, they can outperform those other guys in those positions from the year before.
I got it. How's the chat feeling about it?
Let's see. What we got? As long as the linebackers truly improve and tackle and pursuit. Kai says French will get the green dot.
French will get the green dot. All right.
I think our defense was legit, but the offense was working against them. So I'm 50-50. Yeah, that is something that could help them outperform is that offense playing better, controlling the clock, controlling the momentum and tempo of the game.
Running the ball.
Looking for Jalen Wester to have a breakout season. Absolutely. Love that. JB needs to perform like he did at JSU. We need to move to 4-3 for better run support this year. I don't think that was the issue. That's what we spoke about with Preston Hodge. So 4-3 means 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers. In a nickel defense, you take out 1 linebacker, you put in a nickel. And for a lot of the season, I think Colorado played very well against the run. Very well.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, with Preston and Cam coming down and fitting, all right, man. Yeah, I agree. I think they played very well against the run. I mean,
yeah. You could put Wester middle linebacker. We watched a lot of film from a middle linebacker. Now, most people want a bigger middle linebacker just because of the amount of blocks you have to take on. But yeah, he can play.
He could read them fools. He got active. Yeah, Wester did get active.
Yes, he did. You think it'll be Wester and the Jack State? Only going to be 2 linebackers starting. I'd say. I'd probably say Wester and Reginald Hughes right now. That's who I have. Do they get enough D tackles? Haven't watched Tavion Coleman yet from Texas State. Want to watch him. I don't care as much about enough. It's about the quality.
Right.
I
quality over quantity.
Game wreckers. In there. I want to see game wreckers. Lawrence, appreciate the super chat, fam. T-Cal going into year 2, what adjustments do you see Livingston doing? Also, why was Livingston so effective over Kelly? Does he fix the wheel route? Great question. So I'll start with the Livingston over Kelly. It's kind of something that I touched on earlier. That Saban Tree defense is an extremely complex defense, and it needs certain one, you mentally have to understand how to run the defense, and then on top of it, mentally, you physically have to be able to run it.
Right.
It's involving a lot of man coverage, what we call cut coverage, trap coverage, ripless match. No, don't worry. And
over there, you know it.
and with that, you also need a pass rush. Struggle getting to the quarterback. When you're doing that defense, you're not only, especially coming in without your own guys, you're not only teaching the players, but you have to teach the coaches your scheme so that they can teach. So Kelly, we wouldn't have seen, and as soon as I knew he was from the Saban Tree, I knew the defense. You wouldn't see the real defense till year 2, had he stayed. But the thing that's tough with that is we're in the transfer portal era, so you may have a pretty new team every single year, and that's going to be hard to implement that defense. Livingston just bases defense off of the guys there. It's a simple defense, simple but effective. And I love simplicity. I'd say people make football overcomplicated. It can be so simple. Now, the wheel route thing, like that's one meeting. That's all it takes. Hey, anytime they get into these tight formations, these bunches, check to cover 2. Every week you should have a hands check. All right, hands. That means we're checking the cover 2. So as soon as you get a bunch, cover 2. We're all solved. It's as simple as that. Not sure why that wasn't implemented sooner, but yeah, it's literally as simple as that.
Nice question. Good question, Lawrence.
But let's see. We Patreon, we have film on every single team and every single player. We watch a good amount of Caden Salter.
Yeah.
Why don't you post on your film reviews on YouTube? Which film reviews? Because our entire YouTube channel is dedicated to us. And YouTube it's not the same. Game tape isn't the same. It's not the same. Vickers should be a starter on this team. And why is that? I'm genuinely asking.
Yeah. Joe, tell us about Vickers. Why you got him as a starter?
I know the room is small, but I think they should look at moving Wester back to safety. When did Jalen Wester play safety?
I have no idea.
I'm sure it's not high school.
Move Wester back to safety? No, man.
Yeah. Caden Salter was injured. He has impressive high school. Hold on. Caden Salter is the quarterback, right?
He's talking about the other Salter. Yeah, Caden's the quarterback, but the linebacker came too.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
The brother. Yeah.
Haven't been able to see him. Why do you think they failed to check the zone out of man when facing? I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure because
it was there, especially doing the goal line red zone, right?
Yep. Yes, Patreon costs. And we have a whole bunch of members in there. Over 500 paid members, over 800 total. And yeah,
I'll tell you, Patreon is different. Yeah, the chat alone. There's so much stuff that you guys think we just been gone now. We
grinding.
But
it's a discount. The stuff that you are getting is the closest that you'll ever get in D1 film room, even more.
Max.
Which is why T-Cal's in negotiations to be hired as a consultant for a school. But keep in the Twitter and think that is not extremely different over here. What's our quarterback lineup? Shoot, right now that's bunch of people. bunch of people. Who is it? Juju, Salter, Ponder,
Stop.
Stop, because Walter Taylor left and
Wade left.
the other one Wade left.
That's
Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure where that one came from. Not sure.
Salute, Gav.
He did not play much as a true freshman. That's what I'm saying. There's no tape. He's played maybe like 60 snaps in college. That's what we try to break away from on this channel. Part of the reason why we started this channel is people tend to get overhyped just because of a school that a player came from.
Oh man.
Whether they played or not, whether there's film or not, whether there's anything. I'm a show me guy. Right. I wasn't sold on Colton Hood at all. Hello, there's Auburn corner. Okay. And just because he went to Auburn, I told him that on the live. Then I saw his Auburn, finally got his Auburn film. I was like, okay, he can play. And then saw some Colorado's, okay, he can really play. Then saw him versus Arizona. Oh, yeah. But I was not going to just say, oh, he's from Auburn, so he needs to start. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's fact. That's fact.
I do not have a relationship with the coaching staff. We are just buffed in prime, and I am just film boy. Some people have been in them D1 rooms, man. You don't have to flex. That's it's not about being in those rooms. It's
never too early.
I can't say that. I really didn't even watch that Utah game, honestly. I haven't got to see much of him. I haven't got to see. But the prime got me watching while I'm supposed to be listening to meetings. Hey, man, appreciate you.
Shout out, D-Dub. Appreciate the support.
Appreciate you. Salter at the helm can run option plays and quarterback run plays. Absolutely. He's a fantastic talent. I mean, fantastic. Like, elite level talent. I'm so excited to see what they do with him. So excited. It's like...
Hey, they take their time to subscribe.
Bryson, you got to be new here. I can tell you this: you can't out football me. Nobody that you know can out football me.
Bryson is definitely new to the channel.
I can just keep it simple. You can't out football me. There's a ton of D1 players, former D1 players, NFL players, NFL coach cannot out football me. It is not about who's been in the D1 room. The stuff you get in Patreon. I think it's time to just start releasing the breakdowns. Like,
oh,
you
man.
can see how I dissected every team Colorado played before they played them. It showed exactly how to attack every single team and all of their weaknesses.
Hey, you could just watch the Notre Dame Ohio State live watch party you just did. Rolling that out. Literally. That's live during the game. That's crazy.
Let's see. No, we on YouTube, man. It's
all right, that's cool. We talking ball. You know, we here talking ball, making it happen.
Definitely.
Right.
Hope you're using it correctly. Yeah, he got to be new.
Yeah,
you know, you got to let him live sometimes.
The chat to catch him up.
Colton can run. Colton might be the fastest on the team.
Hey, Colton said it. We was like, everybody think my brother the fastest, but boy, Colton was. Remember they were punting. Colton be down there like.
You know when I really knew that Colton could run? He ran away from the fade in college football. That's when I knew. Yeah, you got a different type of speed.
Oh, that was a goal. What he got you, Colton? Colton about to start sending blow up our text messages.
No Twitter TCal. I'm taking the proven starter. That's just me personally. T-Cal, forget the haters. We know you know the game of football. Appreciate you, fam. Yeah.
Salute, Isaiah. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Defense will be better with the ball control, running game. Absolutely. All those 3 and outs without using any clock time is demoralizing. The worst
Don't we
thing
know?
you can hear as a football player on defense is punt alert.
Yep.
That means, hey, it's 3rd down. If we don't get this, punt team's on and y'all back up. I can't tell you in college how many times we just come off the sideline, or go onto the sideline from a long drive. Sit down, coach walking over to grab the whiteboard so we can talk adjustments, and all you hear is punt alert. We're like, no way, we got to go right back out there. So it affects you. It affects you. All right, what question we got? We got next.
We got, which defensive position group raises the most concerns?
I'd say, I think I'll go D tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one I'm most concerned about. I think, let me make sure I'm saying this right. I think you're more likely to get away with decent safety play and decent D tackle play, especially in the Big 12. Now, like you said, a lot of them running backs is gone, but don't be surprised if you see a lot more just funnel in. So I think that's my biggest one. What about you?
I'm gonna say the linebackers, and the reason why I'm gonna say the linebackers is the chemistry. I think what made when they struck gold, when they found out Bentley and Hillgreen, they played well off each other. Like it was, and so with the new linebackers, I think, because you remember, like we started with Trevor and Bentley, and then we finally got Nakai. I think it was Nakai and Trevor, and then we got to Nakai and Bentley, and then it became okay. So now we found our 1-2. And I think that's going to be important. I think that's one of my biggest concerns right there is the linebacker play, because I've seen the team without the linebacker play. Like, don't want to go back.
That
to
was
the
without
days.
linebacker player in no D tackle play.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it kind of goes. It's like them two run hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So, man, and it's a bit
like, remember when we did Chidozi's breakdown live with him, we were able to see. I was like, he was making plays.
Yeah.
That he was not supposed to make as to where the ball couldn't even get to line, but like that
be a dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chidozi, man. Shout out. Yeah, so it'd be interesting. Hey, can we find that right 1-2 if it's Wester and French, or Wester and just the 1-2, like Reginald Hughes, whoever. You know what I'm saying? I like to see. Let's get this linebacker core 1-2. Hopefully we get a good decent rotation, honestly, because remember, even like when Bentley went out or when that guy went out, we was like, right, hey, you know what I'm saying? So
guys started redshirting,
right. So hopefully we got some depth. This JB's coming, so we'll see. But honestly, I think the linebacker is my biggest concern. Man, I hope they could get it. I hope they could get it. I hope they can get it the right 1-2 combination, and maybe a 3-3 rotation. I would love
agree. Bryson's back for more. You just talk to people who don't know football, I'm assuming, to boost your ego. I just call a spade a spade. Now, CT, without saying too much, could I say something that would make him delete every social media account instantly?
Yeah, he would write. Yeah.
TKL, have you been approached by D1 coaches about coming on as a scout or advisor? CT, could I say something that would make him hate life?
Okay. Yeah, Bryson, you don't want to go down that road, bro. Like, won't you just like go and first off, I gotta ask Bryson, what's your level of football knowledge? Like, because it matters,
Defensive tackle, linebacker.
Yeah, DT and linebacker, D tackles, man.
I said it last night, 5 to 7 touches. I need Brandon Hood getting touches. I need him getting touches.
Brandon Hood.
You have not been here a while. I remember all names. What's good, fam? What's good?
Salute, Dino.
If you had to pick one to start, who are you picking? Hood or McKinney? Colton Hood.
Yeah, Marlon. Man, Hood plays different.
Every defense has to start with stopping the run game. Lightfoot and Coleman should be decent run stoppers at this level. That's key in my opinion. I agree. Same thing for offense. I think every offense has to start with running the ball.
Run game. Mm-hmm.
My favorite defense growing up, Baltimore Ravens. I love that type of football. LSU, run and stop the run, smash mouth football. And I've heard Coach Prime talk about it. I know that's what he wants to get to, but they weren't there yet.
As the Eagle fan, I became to appreciate that. Run, stop the run.
Yes, hate life. Hate life. You would crawl into a cave and never return.
I see.
3,000 and all.
Sound like you want to eat. Hey, we got a couple players in Patreon you can run with to get first.
Nah, Al, I'm chilling. That's the thing. I've never been out.
You know what it is? It's about the prime, man. We stand on it. Like it's funny.
How does Jaheim Otis look? Have you seen his film? Seen his film? And just didn't see anything to stand out. That's just didn't see anything to stand out. And yeah, I just want to see something stand out. So interested seeing him this spring getting with Coach Damian Lewis. Very interested for that. Let's see. Coach T-Cal, what do you think? Retired coach. What do you think of the DB room right now? Love what they got at corner. I was going to say corners. Really only have two that have played. Been able to see, like I said, 3-6 Mafia, Braden Keith in practice, but would love to be able to see them in games. Safeties, really like Tawfiq Byard. I think Carter Stoutmeyer can develop into a really good safety. Other guys I haven't seen. What's the next question we got, CT?
Well, we go for most. Now we got which defensive position group raises the least amount of concerns for you?
I'd say the edge room, just because I know we have depth there. Like that has played. So yeah, that's the one with the least amount. Corners, feel really good about the corners, but like we just talked about, we don't have depth that's played.
Right.
Same thing with safeties. Same thing with linebackers. Same thing with D tackles. So yeah, that's where I'm
at. So, hey, you're right about with the edges because they were wrecking havoc. So I'm with you on that too. I sign off on that. I think the edge is probably the least concern. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with them too.
Yeah, I would absolutely love that.
Which defensive unit are you most eager to watch this season?
It could change based on the spring portal, but as of now, most eager to watch. Since I play safety, I want to see safeties. I want to see safeties. I think it's crazy because I've learned. I see the game. Like I think I played my best football after college. Like when I was in the spring league, like the more I continued, because I felt like I had a lack of coaching a lot of my career. I know I did. And the game kept slowing down. And I think safety is a position that if you can really coach and you can make it click for the players, then you can get really good quality, even out of guys that may not be the most athletically talented. That's how you get the guys like Minnesota Vikings, not Harrison Smith, the other one, Sendejo. And you get the guys that may not be athletic freaks, but if they can understand the game, it slows down for them, they can be extremely effective. So I think that's what I'm most eager to watch is how the safeties develop. What about you?
I'm going to the trenches. I got the defensive line, man. I just felt like.
And remember, you just thought they ran into each other before.
Yeah, I did. Really. I was like, Stunts, what are you talking about? Picket rows? Come on, man. These guys just run into each other. The stronger guy wins. Boy, Kansas State said, nah, but it don't work like that. Let me show you. We do all and take out your lineman. But the defensive lineman, like just the interior, the pass rush, just the trenches. Period. I'm excited to see. I'm hoping that they exceed my expectations. Like I hope the D line just goes off. Like that'd be, that'd do it for me. I definitely like stop the run, get to the quarterback. Like I think, and that goes back from the year before last when we break it down and we was watching. He was like, I was like, okay, yeah, that defensive line matters. Then we got the bully, and I saw the difference it makes. I'm not expecting these guys to come in and play like Shadozi. I still think he's probably one of the underappreciated players because he's a
College
defensive
football.
tackle, and you don't see like these guys. Like, yeah, I got a whole new level of respect for their position group because it's like, yeah, you guys out here. Even when we watched Carleone and the other guy from was it Texas Tech? Like them defensive tackles, I was like, okay. And I say that, as an Eagle fan, I see what Jalen Carter was able to do for us against the Rams. Like, let me see the defensive line. Let me see the trenches. I'm starting, so shout out to there. That's what I would go with. That's what I'm excited, eager to see this season.
That's funny, man. That's funny that you like the trenches so much after not even knowing what they were doing a year ago.
I was like, what? You mean they got plays? I just thought like, hey, they just don't collide to each other. Strong person win. Who gets the most push off the ball? I didn't, all the stunts and then that wraparound stunt. Like you was like, hey, wow. I didn't even know they put that much thought into it, honestly.
There's a lot. And then when you had Chidozie on here and you could hear him verbalize, how he said him based on where the running back is, where he's expecting flow and so forth.
Crazy how high level the IQ they are, right? I didn't even think about it, right? First watching it and then hear him talk about it. Even Jose
Wheeler,
yeah, you can see these guys talking. I'm like, man, you guys are like really smart. Like, yeah. Like, oh man. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we did a video on him. It's in Patreon. Really felt like Hood or Travis should have been moved in slot when Preston got hurt. I agree 1,000%. Where do you see Isaiah Hodge fitting in this year? I'm not sure, but he has to fit in somewhere. All I needed to see was a couple runs from him in the spring game to see everything. I'm a movement guy. I pay attention to how guys move, and then I can see what I need to see from there. Once I saw that, somewhere he gonna play.
Yeah, you got to make a place for him. Yeah, he brought that.
If it wasn't for Brandon Hood, I'd love to see him as the change of pace receiving back. I think Brandon Hood can. Please give him some angle routes. Please give him some. let him get saucy, man. Yeah, let him get saucy. I forgot all about that. It'll be interesting to see if guys like Brandon Davis-Swain contribute more this year. We'd love to see some more high school recruits take the next step. Absolutely, completely forgot about that. That is a fantastic point, John. Fantastic.
Yeah. Brandon Davis. Yep. That was a good one.
Yep. Keaton Wade could definitely make a run for 10 plus sacks. So something I'm interested in from Keaton Wade is, again, what position he plays. And got to go back and look. But so nowadays, they didn't used to, but now they call defensive ends edges. They're edge rushers. They're on the edge of the offensive line and they're rushing. I don't believe a lot of his sacks came from edge rushing. I
feel like you got a few of them from stunts because I feel like I seen him come out.
Yeah, so I want to be able to see what he can do just as an edge. As far as without stunts, I'm curious to see that. Loved how they used him, and they used him very effectively. And we talked about when we first broke down this film from Kentucky, Swiss Army knife, but just not sure, kind of tweener. Is he an outside linebacker? Is he an edge? Is he a hybrid? So I want to see more of him. Would love to see him this spring. He's probably one of the guys I'm most excited about, actually.
Mr. Wade, Okanola.
Yep. I'm not the biggest fan of Wildcat, especially if you have a quarterback like Caden Salter.
Yeah.
That is your Wildcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah, he did show a different level of speed. I was like, man, we unlocking a new level now. Let this kid out.
Eaton is crazy when they're throwing him at linebacker. Yeah, I like how they use him on third downs. I also want to know, can he become a 3-down player? Not just third downs, but is he a guy that's in there every down? I'm interested in seeing that for sure. The majority of his guys leaving, do you think the player selection / play call selection will be better? Assuming you're talking about offense, and potentially, I'm not sure. Think Caleb Mathis ever going to get in? I think Caleb Mathis is going to get some more play. Again, we've only been able to see practice film, really. It looks like a really shifty slot receiver. If you scheme for him correctly, can be a matchup nightmare, especially a guy like that, potentially in the red zone, run those pivot routes, those little short, quick double move routes. I think could be really good. Really, really good. I think Cam Michael will make an impact this year. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Good job. I need this while I'm at work. Biggest curveball on offense is Cam. Yeah, he's going to be a nice addition for sure. All right, CT, we got some more questions?
Yes, we do. How much impact will pass rushing duo of Wade and Sam have? And you were just talking on Wade. I'm sitting there for you.
Yeah, and just going back to that is I have to look at what he's done just off the edge versus, being a stand-up backer and, running different stunts. Really like what I saw to Tajay McCoy. Like what I saw from the spring as far as his hands. I think he has some of the best hands on the team. Arden Walker, I think he's grown tremendously.
Yeah.
And then obviously we got London Merritt, McPherson. So I think the pass rush will be good. I feel good about the pass rush going into this season. I feel really good about the pass rush. But yeah, that's my question for Wade. I think Sam take over college football. Like another year being coached great in the weight room, getting faster, stronger. You need to watch out for him for sure. Definitely.
I agree. I think the combination possibly could have a 10+ sack on both sides. I think they can do it. I really do. I think we could get 10 sacks from each one of these guys, man. I think let's look at the granted there was a couple really good good offensive lines out there in the Big 12, but I think these two guys, I think they can make it happen. I think they can get after it. Especially how we were saying they play off each other. We're pretty strong in cornerback, health wise. So you remember how you was telling me, like, what was it called? Coverage sack? It's like when the cornerbacks cause the sack because the receivers can't get up. So I think these two I think the interceptions and sacks, I think both will come up this season.
Yeah, and part of that is being able to stop the run, being able to force teams into passing situations, third and long situations where they're passing, so then you can really have your guys rush the passer, get upfield, which goes back to DTs and linebackers. Can you stop the run? Because if you can't stop the run,
why were we going to pass?
In the situation where teams are just going to run. So that'll be very interesting to see. Looking forward to it. John said, I'm very interested to see if Amari McNeil takes the next step this year. He looked pretty darn good at times last year. And yeah, I want to watch his film from this year more in depth. So like we broke down in Patreon, we broke down every single game. After the game, we spent about 2 hours per side of the ball, watching every single snap, grading every single snap. But we're going to go back through that, and then we're going to individually look at all these players. And yeah, for those new here, make sure that you follow us on Patreon. It's in the link of this video. Every video we do, it's in our bio. It's in our link tree. You can just go to Patreon, search Buffton Prime. That's where you get the early access, exclusive access to everything we do, private chats, private lives, private live watch parties. We got a betting tier. There's a ton of stuff. And that's where, we've done just from the transfer portal, there's at least probably 50 50 to 60 breakdowns in there from different players in transfer portal. A lot of guys, Colorado, and that's us watching live. Not already cut up. We watching the film live. You can see the breakdowns we do during the season. You get access to the player interviews when we interview them live and Patreon first, and then go to YouTube. All of that is in Patreon. So make sure that
and private chats, you get access to T-Cal, shoot 2 questions. It's definitely where it's at. Patreon. Shout out to all the Patreon members. Salute.
What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I think those freshman receivers are going to shock people. As one person, they're all good, but together they might be a real problem. I'd be interested to see that. I know Amari got hurt, but I'm talking about when he played.
Mm-hmm.
When he played. Consistency is the thing with him. There are times where he looks like a monster, other times left you scratching your head. Appreciate you, Kev. Kev been in Patreon since day one. Appreciate our Patreon.
Yeah, facts.
And Patreon has exclusive, high-level football content.
Yeah, facts.
Consistency and confidence will make the difference this year. I think that's about Amari McNeil. Appreciate you, Sean. Appreciate you. I 100% think Coach Prime's staying in Colorado. 100%. Who is wide receiver number 1 right now? I'd say Omarion.
Omarion.
Yeah, that's what I got. Yes, he gets active in Patreon.
Yeah, though. Early bets.
Love it. All right, we got more questions.
I got one final question. I got to go to the top. Will D coordinator Rob Livingston take a step back or continue to improve with his play calling, having the defense ready, personnel wise? Like, what do you see? I feel like, have we seen his floor or have we seen his ceiling? Which way are you leaning?
I think his play calling is gonna get better.
Mm-hmm.
It should. If your year one play calling is the best you ever do, then you got bigger problems afoot. I definitely think play calling is going to continue to improve. Again, back to the spring portal. He doesn't have all the same weapons that he had last year as of now. So if they don't continue to improve on the current roster, and he's really gonna, to even get the same result, he's gonna have to step up things. And if you're a really good coach, you can scheme around anything.
Right.
So I think he's a really good coach. I think he can scheme even if he has deficiencies in some areas and make things work. So I'm expecting him to continue to improve and keep building. From what I've seen him interact with the players, from the little stuff we've been able to see on the sidelines. Yeah, I expect him to continue to improve. What about you?
I went back and forth on it, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, you had Cam, you had a lot of senior leadership, you had Nakai Hill-Green, you had the bully, like you had, if you were gonna have a first year, you had what I was gonna say, you had the personnel, the leadership there, so it kind of helped you out.
Great point.
In a sense, but now that leadership is gone. Like you got all new safeties, you got players you're gonna have to bring in, you're gonna have to coach up. You got safeties, you got the linebackers, you got the, like, honestly, like your more experienced groups that are familiar with you as your cornerbacks, and your edge rushers. But I don't, I hope we haven't seen his ceiling. I think if the offense implements a run game, I think that's going to help him out a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, while all these, because like I said, got all these, but he's been here before. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was the first year, new offense system. He didn't coach none of these players. So essentially, if it's the second time around, he's coached half of these players maybe, but with the transfer portal, that's the new game. You don't tell them who you're going to have. You're going to have your defense to be either side of the ball, really. You're going to have to be, you have to be flexible. Yes, it allows you to shop for certain players. Like, hey, this player works in my system, but sometimes this player might be so talented, maybe I need to see how my system can work for him. But it is Rob Livingston, and he did, like I say, the man kept his word. He came in, he said, "I'm going to look and see what they do best, and and that's essentially what he did. So I'm really excited to see what he does this year because I'm really see if he could, like, man, can he coach these guys up? Can he do it again? Right? I mean, honestly, can he do it again?
Yeah, and I mean, you made some really good points, especially about if you had to choose the type of players you'd have year one. That you went into a great scenario. Those guys year one, like a ton of NFL talent on the defense. So yeah, this is. I'm not gonna say a prove it year, but I think this year will tell us more about him than last year did.
Yeah, I agree with you on that 100%.
I'll say that. Joe Kidd said Livingston was a great hire. My only issue was they played man too often and got predictable. Teams used the man beaters, shallow crosses, mixing a little more zone coverage. I agree. Definitely think they got too predictable man coverage. I didn't like how often corners were chasing guys.
Yeah.
Across the field instead of rotating your DBs, your safeties to come down so you weren't getting out leveraged. I definitely think they ran man in some situations that were not ideal. Times at the goal line versus bunch versus tight condensed formations. That's why we saw the wheel routes, because the linebackers weren't able to sift through the traffic to get out there. So I definitely think that he'll get better with that and continue to improve for sure. Definitely. Let's see. Yeah, some crazy questions for sure. Byard and Stoutmeyer duo as safety has the potential to be better than Cam and Shiloh. That's saying a lot.
Go ahead, bro.
That's saying a lot.
Man,
I'm not there yet. If I see it, then I'll say it. But yeah, I'm personally not there yet. I'm not there yet. Yeah, I'm not there yet.
That's saying a lot. Wow. I mean, that's a lot. That but hey, I honestly I hope so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that means the team's getting better. Like, I mean, hey, I mean they're right. So I'll go for it. Definitely.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Well, all right, y'all. Man, we appreciate y'all. Again, make sure you hit that like button while you're here. I'm probably gonna start doing some more morning lives. But we're back on YouTube, so we're gonna a lot more content on YouTube. We got reviews of Colorado's season coming, Colorado's offense, Colorado's defense. We're gonna do some game by game reviews, what went right, what went wrong, player reviews of each player. On top of that, we have our transfer portal rankings. Still working on the offense. We're gonna be doing our draft rankings for all the position groups other than offensive line. I ain't gonna lie.
Deep down the whole line.
Yeah. We'll be having our draft rankings coming up. We'll have some live watch parties in Patreon for the Shrine game practices, as long as those are televised, which they should be. Those start, I think, Saturday. So we'll have live watch parties for those. We'll have a live watch party for the game. We'll be watching that. We'll have a live watch party for the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
Guys in action. So yeah, we have a lot coming. Shout out Kev. Yeah, make sure that y'all tap in. And yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Don't be in here being haters. And we'll be back soon. CT, final words.
Okay, to evolve. Who's next?
Who's next? Do your words match your video? Yeah, this for my boy TKL, CT the fan. Yeah, we on that buff train, man. Yeah, the boys, they put it down. I watch them every day. Hey, they gonna put you on a pillow, or they gonna put you down there where you belong. They ain't gonna care for you. Nah, they ain't gonna care for you. Yeah, they gonna love on you. They gonna tell you what to do to get yourself better.